Hey guys, it's Michael. I know it's been such a long time, but I am back with another video. I just want to start off by saying Happy New Year to everybody. I hope your year is going well. But today I'm going to be doing a video on some nursing tips, and I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs on Instagram about some advice and just a few questions that I've seen are super repetitive. So I wanted to go over them in a video. So, okay, the first question that I have is it possible to have a job, or do I have a job in nursing school? Personally, my first semester, I did not have a job, and I would recommend that you not start off with a job because it's such an intense program to be thrown into. There's so much material and so many little tasks that you have to do throughout the year. So I would not recommend it, but it's definitely possible. I know people in my cohort who have jobs and they did fine throughout the program or the first semester. Okay, so my next question was what my schedule looked like, and what I did was I just prepared it for you guys, and I just wanted to show you because it's easier to show you better than to tell you. So this is what my schedule looked like. Looks kind of crazy, so that's why I wouldn't recommend having a job. Of course, you can do it on the weekends, but I had 3 pretty much full days of class, and then 2 of my days were super short, but they were still exhausting because they required a lot of just being on your feet and everything. But the good thing is that early on in the semester, I had a class which was on Thursday, which was a clinical lab class. I'll just show you again. A clinical lab class, and that lasted up until, until clinical started, which was halfway through the semester. And then that's when I had clinicals all throughout Friday. And so pretty much later on in the semester, you won't have your clinicals. And so that gives you that gave me 2 extra free days of just, relaxing and chilling, studying. And so I pretty much had 3 days of classes later on in the semester when I was done with clinicals. Okay, so my next frequently asked question is, do nursing schools give out scholarships or grants? And so I can only speak from my personal experience. So, okay, so my nursing school gave out a grant in the beginning of the semester, and it was a good chunk of money. It was about $3,000, but they also sent out a lot of emails throughout the semester letting me know about different scholarships and different opportunities that I can do in order to save money, which is very helpful. I also do a payment plan to where instead of just paying all of your tuition in bulk, you can break it down into sections throughout the semester to where you're only owing a third every few weeks of the money. And so that was super helpful as well. Okay, so the next question is, do I buy books or should I buy books? Personally, okay, I bought every single book last semester. And when I tell you, I probably opened 1 book, and I literally only opened 1 book 1 day out of the whole semester. So I would not recommend buying books if you don't need books. Now, if you're the type of person that likes to go back and review the material that the professor went over, then yeah, you should get a book. But I'm personally not that person. I'm the type where I just attend class and I look over the PowerPoints, and if that's what I know is going to be on the test, then that's what I stick to. So really, I think it's just based off of preference. I had to buy about a good 5 or 6 books last semester, so it really sucked when I didn't even open any of them. So now to the good stuff. Okay, this next question I get asked so much for people that are entering nursing school, and the question is, what is the hardest course throughout the semester? Personally, I'm probably not a good person to ask because I love science. So automatically patho is my favorite class because I'm used to learning that way. But okay, I started off doing well in patho and also in fundamentals, but those are the 2 classes that got harder throughout the semester. So I had to work a little bit harder on studying in those 2 classes. But overall, you guys are gonna trip. My hardest class for me was health promotion, and that's just because I don't know, the teaching is so, the way you would study for that class is so different because it's so statistical. So it was really hard for me to study for that class coming from such a science background, which is why I told you like I flung more to pathophysiology. And so yeah, I would say that health promotion and fundamentals were my two hardest classes, but a lot of people think that patho is the hardest class in your first semester. Another clinical question. So the next question is, how do I prepare for clinicals? I would just say to come in with your scissors, your stethoscope, your pen light, and a pen and a notebook. And those were pretty much, those took me a long way. I didn't really need anything else when I was in clinicals besides those things. And those things are so easy to fit into your pocket. Of course, your stethoscope you'd put around your neck when you're walking into the hospital. But those were the only things I needed. I only needed my reflex hammer one time throughout the semester because I did a full assessment on a patient. But those are the only things that you would need. Make sure that you pack a lunch or some snacks, some candy bars. I don't know, not candy bars, but some health bars, some water, because I fainted one day throughout the semester. And I will make that a whole separate video, but you want to make sure you eat before clinicals and you're bringing snacks to clinicals. Okay, so another frequently asked question is, what are the best nursing shoes or shoes to wear to clinicals? And I had such a battle with this in the beginning because a lot of people were telling me to buy certain shoes, but they were not working out for me. I'm not gonna say the names, but let's just say that in the beginning of the semester, I bought some nursing shoes and I literally had wounds, I had scabs and everything on the back of my heels the first few days of clinicals because they just did not fit right. And what's annoying is that, you know, the protocol is that you have to have leather shoes, they have to be white or black, your socks have to match your nursing shoes, and they have to be made out of leather, and they have to be slip or non-slip, or what is it? Slip resistant shoes. And so I bought this really sucky brand and they felt horrible on my feet. And so I just went throughout the whole semester wearing those shoes, and I got into the second semester and I was like, I need to buy some new shoes. But when I tell you, my new shoes are by Savvy and they are so comfortable. They're padded on the inside and they just feel like I'm walking on clouds. So I would definitely recommend that brand. It's spelled S-A-V-V-Y. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna get the box for you so you can see. Actually, I changed my mind because I forgot I threw the box away. But yeah, just look them up on Amazon or go to Uniform Advantage, which is where I got my shoes, and it's Savvy, S-A-V-V-Y. Okay, last question is, what are some good tips or some good advice that I should know going into nursing school? I would say having a planner is crucial, guys, because yeah, your syllabi has everything you need to do on it, but who wants to flip through their syllabi each and every day? So I would say to write down everything that you need to do in your planner so that you just have one spot you need to look and get everything done, so you know when your quizzes are, when your tests are, when your assignments are due. And it's been so helpful for me. I've used a planner throughout all of my college career, and I honestly don't know what I would do without one. The second thing I would say is to schedule time to study so that you can have time for yourself and going out and all that stuff, because it's so important that you make sure that you're taking care of yourself and making sure that you're getting out and having a life, because you can get really burnt out in nursing school. Another thing I would say is to get on top of your ATI material early. And when I say this, I mean just going through quizzes, practice tests, and all that stuff, because you take a proctored exam later on in the semester, and y'all, I took it, I retook it, and then now I'm taking a remediation class for it because I didn't get on that early, and that's one thing I would say to get on top of. I've always been the type of person that doesn't do well on tests like the T's or the ATI, or not ATI, but the T's or like SAT, stuff like that. I've never been really that fond of, and I'm not really good at taking tests like that, but I am really good at my test or doing well on my tests in my regular courses. So I would say to get on top of that. A good source to use, I would say, is an app called RN Mentor, and you can generalize all of your practice tests, and they cover pretty much every topic you would need to know on the NCLEX. But that looks like that's it. I guess I'm done. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, just drop them down in the comment section, or you can just go ahead and I guess send me something on Instagram or a DM on Instagram. I've changed my Instagram so many times, guys. It was a nursing page, now it's just a general page where I'm just gonna talk about anything and just share my life and my journey throughout nursing school, health, just everything. There's no boundaries, no restrictions on this page now. And you can find me on IG at Michale, M-I-C-H-A-L-E, Mercedes, M-E-R-C-E-D-E-S. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm glad to be back. I've missed you guys, and I will be coming out with a lot more videos that cover other topics rather than just nursing, because nursing is a part of my life, but there's so many other things that I have interest in and so many things that I want to share. So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you guys have an amazing weekend.